In this video, we will explore Sketch Toolbar. So, you can select these tools from the main menu and select Sketch, and clicking on any of these tools will prompt you a dialog box where you can edit, or you can select these tools from the toolbar. So, to create a sketch, click on Sketch here, and this prompts you a dialog box, and here we need to select a sketching plane. So here I will select this green plane, and you can also define size of the plane. So here I will enter 100 and select this plane, and select the set plane view option in the property panel. So here you can edit and use these tools and create sketches. So here I will select the first tool, point, and to create a point we need to click in the view once, and it will automatically create point. So you can see here the coordinates will be displayed. So here I have created this point, and you can see the coordinates x and y coordinates for this point. Similarly, I will click in the view and click this apply button and click again to save the changes, and you can see here I have created 4 points. The next tool is line, and to create a line I will set the start point, and from there I will drag the mouse and set. The next tool is rectangle, and to create a rectangle we have two algorithms, and here I'll select the first one. So we need to select the start point and end point. So this will be the start and this is the end point, and the rectangle is created with the given two corner points. So in the second algorithm we need to select a rectangle by center and corner point. So here I'll create another rectangle, so this making this as the center point, and this as the corner point. The next tool is circle, and to create a circle we have two algorithms, and in the first one we can create a circle by center point and passing point. So here this is the center point and this is this passing point. I will select the second algorithm, and in the second algorithm we need to set first point, second point and third point. So here I click in the view once to set the first passed point, and again I click here to set the second passed point, and I move the circle and here I click and set the third passed point, and here circle is created. Click the apply button to save the changes. The next one is arc. Arc feature creates an arc segments in the current sketch. So we have 4 algorithms to create arc, and here I'll select the first one. So in the first algorithm we need to set center point and start point and end point. So I click in the view once here to set the center point and drag the mouse and to set the start point, and you can also view the coordinates for the each point here. So here I'll create the start point of the arc, and from here I'll draw the arc and I'll set the end point here, and this is how the arc is created. So here I'll select the second algorithm by 3 points on arc. So here we need to set start point, end point and pass point to create an arc. So here I'll click in the view once to set the start point and click here again to set the end point. So here we can also adjust the size. So here I have created the pass point. So the next algorithm is tangent point. So here we need to select a tangent point to create arc. So here I'll select this as the tangent point, and you can see the coordinates for the end point. So here I have clicked once to set the end point. The next one is by point on perpendicular line. So here our segment creates perpendicular to a straight line with start point connected to boundary of the line. So here I'll select this point, and for the end point I'll click here in the view. And click this apply button to save the changes. So I'll select the next fillet. So here filleting is performed on the selected point. So from the view I'll select vertices. So here I'll select this vertex and filleting is performed here. Similarly I'll select these two and click this apply button to save the changes. The next one is ellipse, and to create ellipse we have two algorithms, and here I'll select the first one. So we need to set center point, major axis point and pass point to create an ellipse. So here I'll click in the view once to set the center point and drag the mouse and click again here to set the major axis point, and to set the pass point I click here. Now I'll select the second algorithm to create ellipse. So here we need to set major axis start point and major axis end point and pass point. So here I'll set this as the major axis start point, and this will be the end point, and I'll set the pass point here. I'll select the next tool, elliptic arc, and to create an elliptic arc we need to select start point, major axis point and start point and end point. So for the start point I'll click here in the view and drag the mouse to set the major axis point. So here I'll set the major axis point, and for the start point I click here, and for the end point from here I'll draw elliptic arc and click here, And this is how elliptic arc is drawn in the view. The next tool is B-spline. So here I'll select the next tool, B-spline. So B-spline creates a spline curve in the current case. So click in the view to specify the control polygon or B-spline curve. So we are clicking on the view will create a spline. So here you can see. And to stop adding new poles, so points will be the poles. Click escape button to end this operation. Now you can also see pole 1, pole 2, pole 3, pole 4 here. So this is the pole 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the how this plane is created. So the next one is periodic B-spline. So this creates a periodic spline with the closed. So here for the pole 1, I'll set in the view once. So this is the pole 1. So here pole 2, and you can also see XYZ coordinates for each pole in the view. Now click the apply button to save the changes, and here is the list of poles. Click again to save the changes. So this is the B-spline created. So click on edit, right click and select edit. So here if I click on this B-spline, we can add weight to the B-spline. So here I'll select this point, and here I can add weight to each pole. So this will change this spline. So here I'm adding weight to pole 7. Now click the apply to save the changes. And the next one is curve fitting. So we need to select points. So here I'll select from the view. So this will be the point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, and point 5. So I'm selecting these points by shift button, holding shift button. So this is the auxiliary, and this will be the closed. And now I'll unclick and select periodic. So this creates a periodic for the selected points. Now click the up. You can also set approximation. Now click the apply button to save the changes. So the next tool is split. So the split operation splits sketch curve into multiple segments. So the curve should have points lying on it. So here we need to select the sketch. So here I'll select this edge and this edge, and you can see that I'm not able to select the segments. So here we have 2 points, but I'm not able to select the segments. So now I'll select the split operation, and here you can see I can. So here this is the point, and you can see that this edge is splitted into 2. So this is not possible before, and if after the operation it is possible to split the segments. And you can also see here I can split it. So the selected segments is highlighted in the view here. Now click this apply button to save the changes, and the operation splitted the segments of this sketch. and I'll show you again. Next one is the trim operation. So this trims away the specified segment of the curve, and the curve should have points lying on it or the intersection with other curves. So this is a line. So the intersection can be an arc or a line. So this is a line. So here I will select this segment, and you can also select this. So here I select this circular edge and click this apply button, and you can see this segment is removed. The next one is projection. Projection operation creates a projection of 3D edge or vertex onto the sketch plane. So here I will select this edge, and you can see the result is a projection of line. Click the apply button to save the changes. The next one is intersection. This operation creates an intersection of an edge and sketch plane, and here for the object I'll select this box vertex, and this creates an intersection point. The next one is mirror copy. So here we need to select a mirror line. So here I select this mirror line, and segments is the list of segments. It can be lines, circles or arcs selected in the view. So these segments will be created a mirror copy with the line. So here I'll select this edge, and this is the mirror copy of this edge. So here I'll select this line and this one, and this creates a mirror copy for this object. So the next one is linear copy operation. So this creates one or multiple copies of the sketch entities along a vector defined by 2 points, start and end point. So start point is the initial point of translation vector, and end point is the terminal point of translation vector. So for the segments I'll select these 4 edges from the view, and for the start point I'll select this point, and for the end point I'll select this point. And you can see here total number of copy of objects 2. So total number of objects is the total of the number of objects including the original one. So here I'll change it to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is the original one. Now I'll change this to second algorithm, and here you can see the total number of objects were 4, and you can see total number of objects created with the start and end point distance. Next one is angular copy. This operation creates one or multiple copies of the sketch entities by rotation related to specific center point. So here I will select these 3 segments from the view, and for the central rotation I'll select this point, and you can see with the total number of objects 4, the object is rotated at an angle of 360. So here I have changed the number of objects to 6 and click this apply button to save the changes. Now I'll select the next tool, offset, and we have 8 types for offsetting, and we need to select edges. So here I'll select these 4 edges from the view, and we can also set offset value for that. So here I will enter offset value 15, and you can see I'll change the types, and basing on this offsetting is performed. And if we select reversed, this is how it will perform. Now click the apply button to save the changes. So the next tool is distance. So we can set distance for the selected objects. So we need to select first object and second object. So for the first object, I'll select this point, and for the second object, I'll select this point, and it prompted me a distance of 39. So here we can set the distance value here, or we can also set in the property panel. So here I'll set the distance for these two entities 50 and click enter, and you can see the distance is changed for these selected entities. Click the apply button to save the. Similar to distance, we have horizontal distance. So we need to select first point and second point to set horizontal distance. So for the first point, I will select this vertex from this edge, and for the second point, I will select this vertex from this edge, and you can see this prompted me a distance of 95. So here I set horizontal distance to 25. Click this apply to save the changes. The next one is vertical distance. So similar to horizontal distance, we can also create vertical distance. So for the first point, I'll select this point, and this will be the second for the vertical distance, and I'll set the vertical distance to 90, and this changes the vertical distance. Click the apply button to save the changes. So this is how it looks like. The next one is length. So we can also set length for the selected entities. So here I'll select this line and set distance of 100. And the next one is angle, and we can also set angle for the entities. So here for the line 1, I'll select this edge, and for the line 2, I'll select this edge, and you can see this is the angle for the selected entities, 37. So here I'll change the angle to 45, and with an angle of 45 it is created. Now you can also change the angle type here, and we can also set the text location. Next one is radius, and we can also set radius for the circle. So here I'll select this circle, and this shows the radius for the circle 25. Now I'll set the radius to 35 and click the apply button to save the changes. And the next one is horizontal constraint. So here this is a sketch. So from here I'll select a horizontal line. So here I'll select this horizontal line, and this creates a straight line and with a horizontal constraint added. and this will be fixed. So here I'll select this line again. So you can see a horizontal line is created for the selected line. Now I select the vertical constraint. So I select this line and vertical constraint is added to the selected line. The next one is fixed constraint. So it fixes object's position and size. So here I'll select these two objects and you can see this will I can't move this object, and with a special sign it is marked. So if I select any of this, we can move the position and size of the object, and here if I select this, I can't move this object. The next one is parallel, and to create parallel lines, here we need to select first line and second line. So for the first line, I'll select this line, and for the second line, I'll select this line from the view, and this creates a parallel lines. So with a special symbol here for the two lines, click apply button to save the changes. The next one is perpendicular, and to create a perpendicular we need to select first object and second object. For that I'll select this line as the first object and this will be the second. So this creates a perpendicular for the objects. The next one is tangent. So to create a tangent, we need to select objects. For the first object, I'll select this circle, and for the second object, I'll select this edge, and you can see this is the tangent created for the selected objects with a special sign here. Click the apply button to save the changes. So the next one is constraint. So constraint forces 2 points to be constant or 1 point to lie on a line, a circle or an arc. So for the first object I'll select this line, and for the second object I'll select this point, and you can see this forces 2 points to be constant here, and click this apply button to save the changes. The next one is middle point. So this forces a point to be middle of a line. So for that, for the main object, I'll select this circle, and for the line, I'll select this line. So you can see this creates a middle point line for the circle. Click the apply button to save the changes. So the next one is equal constraint. So equal constraint makes lines, circles or arcs equal. So lines become equal in length. So here I select circle. So circles and arcs become equal in radius. So here for the first object I select this circular edge, and for the second object I select this circular edge. So here you can see the first object is equal to the second object. Click apply button to save the change. So the next one is collinear constraint. So collinear constraint forces lines to be collinear. So here for the first line I'll select this line, and this is the second line. So this creates a collinear line with a special sign here. Click apply button to save the changes. So now we can create a sketch. So here I'll select the line, and here I'll draw a shape. So you can see we have degrees of freedom 6. So we need to get degrees of freedom 0. So for that I will select horizontal distance and set horizontal distance for this line. So here I'll set the horizontal distance to 127 and click the apply button, and I'll select these 2 points, and here also I'll set horizontal distance to 103. Now I'll select vertical distance and set a vertical distance of 38, and for these 2 points also I'll set vertical distance. So now I'll select the distance. So here I'll select this point and set a distance value for this. So here I'll set a distance value of 129, and now from here I'll select these 2 points and again I'll set the distance value of. So here you can see this green color line. So that means this green color constant is the correct shape. So here we have number of degrees of freedom for this is 0. So this is how we need to create a sketch. And this is the end of this video, and thanks for watching.